Coming up on Inside LSU Gymnastics, a look back at a record-setting night inside the Maravich Center. And also, have you ever wondered exactly how the gymnasts do some of these big skills that they do? We'll take you behind the scenes, and then we'll be looking ahead to the Metroplex Challenge in Fort Worth, Texas, coming up on Inside LSU Gymnastics.
Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Bro is brought to you each week by Gulf Coast Office Products, Louisiana's #1 copier dealer. Gulf Coast Office Products. Sigma Engineers. Sigma Engineers is thankful to our clients who trust us year after year and to the commitment of our selfless employees who bring such great talents to our company. With experts in every discipline, our dedication to safety and quality sets us apart as one of the leaders in the petrochemical industry. Women's Hospital. It's not about being the best. It's about being the best version of yourself. Be the best you with help from Women's Center for Wellness. And Assurance Financial. When you find the home you want to buy, choose a mortgage lender that can help you buy it. David Alello with Assurance Financial. Lending, the way home buyers prefer it. Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Bro is an exclusive presentation of the LSU Sports Television Network. This segment of Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Bro is brought to you each week by Gulf Coast Office Products, Louisiana's #1 copier dealer. Gulf Coast Office Products.
Welcome to Inside LSU Gymnastics. Along with head coach Dee Bro, I'm Mike Smith. Well, it was a huge record-setting night inside the Maravich Center on Friday as the Fighting Tigers of LSU took on Kentucky, and the Tigers took it to the Wildcats by a big score in front of over 10,000 fans. It's the 18th consecutive opponent the Tigers have defeated inside of the Maravich Center. And Dee, wow, the crowd was absolutely hopping. These young Tigers were hungry, and it absolutely was a fabulous atmosphere for the SEC Network to blast Tiger gymnastics all across the country.
Well, it was fun, and the kids were excited about this meet, and it's always an edge when it's an SEC opponent. And the excitement in the PMAC from the opening, and we call it showtime.
That's it.
We want our fans to get there at 7:15 so they can see the big show that we've got.
10,000 fans on their feet as LSU starts the first rotation as the home team is always on the vault. And Dee, right out of the chute, you could tell that these Tigers were primed and ready for SEC action.
Well, Sydney Ewing, I think, best vault we've seen her do in her career at LSU. A beautiful, beautiful Yurchenko 1.5 vault. And nailed it. And I think that kind of set the pace for the rest of the lineup.
And Maya Hambrick, who wins the all-around against Kentucky for the second meet in 3 weeks. That's fabulous sophomore, is really doing some great things for you.
The Yurchenko full is only valued at a 9.95 now, and she really executed a beautiful, beautiful vault. 9.875 is a benchmark score. That's a great place to be.
It is indeed, and I'll tell you another great place to be, and that's on the list of perfect 10s for the Fighting Tigers. We added an 8th name to the long and distinguished list. The LSU Tigers, it goes to Ashley Natt on Friday.
My only regret is her parents come to every meet. They weren't able to be here, and I would have loved to have seen her daddy cry on that one.
Ashley Natt, again, the 8th Tiger to score a perfect 10 on the vault. It's the first in her career, and it brought the 10,000 Tiger fans to their feet and propelled us over to the uneven bars, Dee. Another event where you continue to stay in the process.
Well, that's a place where, it's hard to make big steps in that event, and I think Jay has done a remarkable job. We've got a lot of difficulty in there, and he doesn't want to shave any of it down. He wants to continue to work and keep the kids doing everything that they can do. But Maya Hambrick, 9.85, a beautiful, beautiful bar routine, and she didn't compete much for us last year, and she's stepping in and doing the all-around for us this year. And every week, I think that experience is gaining for her.
Well, Jessica Savona again in the bars lineup, Dee, and I'll tell you the 9.85 score for the senior from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. It came at the right time, but you're also working with her to get her more comfortable in that lineup.
Well, she supports the middle of the lineup, and she started off really well in this routine, and what we need to see her do is continue being consistent, continue to give us everything she's got in this event. Constantly pushing the handstand position. Jay is constantly demanding more and more of her. We need her to give us more. We need her to that foot to get better.
Sure.
We need her to be able to give us more on the other events.
And then how about Lexi Priestman, an opportunity for us to see in a scoring role on the uneven bars. She didn't just perform great, she won the event.
She won the event, but she's a competitor, and the longer we can spend, the more time we can have getting her gymnastics back where it was, getting her confidence back. She hadn't competed in 2 years. She had a couple of surgeries. We're really rehabbing right now and not so much pushing for hard gymnastics. So she's stepping up when we need her the most, and Friday night we needed her.
Former elite gymnast from Cincinnati, Ohio, the freshman, really stepped up for the Tigers and propelled you. And then Shea Zamardi, I tell you, every time we see that uneven bars routine, Dee Dee, it continues to get better and better, and the crowd was just wowed.
She did a great job. I felt like emotionally she was a little bit tentative Friday night and had no reason to be. She mounted bars. She got more aggressive as her routine approached, and she got up and she really attacked that routine. Short of really nailing the dismount, you see a little bit of adjustment in her feet. It was a good set. Really nice routine.
Well, the Tigers with a healthy lead at the halfway point of the meet, and when we come back, we'll take a look at the second half of LSU versus Kentucky after this timeout on Inside LSU Gymnastics.
This gymnastics moment brought to you by Sigma Engineering. Sigma engineers and constructors. Safety, relationships, quality, excellence, engineering done right.
Definitely have to say that one of my best memories just of my whole entire career here at LSU is just walking out, being announced, and just seeing all of the fans in the stands. All of them just really super, excited and hyped up for our competition, and just knowing we have so much support. It's unbelievable how many people really rally around us to support us, and they appreciate what we do for the school.
This segment of Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Dee Bro is brought to you each week by Assurance Financial. When you find the home you want to buy, choose a mortgage lender that can help you buy it. David Alello with Assurance Financial. Lending, the way home buyers prefer it.
It was really exciting. Our entire vault lineup, we have so many strong vaulters, so I think that just continued to grow and build up, and it was just really exciting. It's a good feeling, but on to the next meet.
Welcome back to Inside LSU Gymnastics. We move at the halfway point of the meet to the balance beam in the third rotation. And Dee Dee, along with the balance beam and in some of the other events, you took the liberty to move the lineups just a little as you're trying to find, I guess, the right pieces at the right time.
Mike, you can talk about your depth, but you have to exercise it. And if you're not trying to move people in and out of the lineup, especially right now in the season, it might hurt you later on. But the lineup that we put in, lead off with Erin Mekadeg, that's the conversation I had with her last year, and we have committed to that, and she has trained like that. And I tell you what, the score on this routine, I thought was not indicative of the beauty and the character that this routine had, and the amplitude in her skills. It's just beautiful. And the message I give her before she mounts, make it look easy. Get up there and make everybody think this is the easiest routine in the room. And she does that. She really puts you at ease.
And she led off for the Tigers with a 9.825 score.
It's an emotional event, and you've got to contain that emotion. And Michelle, this little mistake she had on that mount, here's a walk-on that hasn't had a large body of work. Little mistake, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, she doesn't have a whole lot to draw from to overcome this kind of mistake. And she pulled it together and really came through for us and hung on, hit a beam routine, not knowing what's going to happen behind her. She was focused on, I'm going to do everything I can right now for the team.
Two words come to mind there, Dee Dee, and that's senior leadership. She's been around the block, and it really showed. Very, very mature, and just the heart of a Tiger right there. Absolutely. And then Sydney Ewing with an absolutely stunning routine. She had, I thought, from start to finish, probably the best meet that she's had as an LSU Tiger.
You know, she's got 3 events, and she committed, and she knows she's All-American her freshman year on balance beam. She knows what it takes. She trains every day with that focus and that intensity, and we saw it Friday night.
But then how about Sarah Finnegan? Again, wins the balance beam for the second meet out of 3. The freshman from Lee Summit, Missouri just continues to wow the crowd.
Beautiful beam worker. You know, her background, her age group coaches, you just, this kind of performance comes from years and years of commitment from a lot of people to create excellence. And, you know, Sarah Finnegan is a pretty stellar athlete. She really enjoys doing good gymnastics, and it shows in her performance.
And Ashley Natt in that final spot, that anchor spot in the beam lineup, it's just wow.
She's got a lot of difficulty from the very beginning to the very end, and she has done a marvelous job, I think, anchoring this event and maintaining that mature attitude that it takes to herd those cats and keep them focused during this event.
A big 9.875 score for Ashley Natt. It sends you off to the floor exercise, that 4th quarter or that 4th rotation that we love to talk about.
You know, when you open with Sydney Ewan, who's nice and solid, does a beautiful routine, difficulty throughout the routine, it kind of opens the door for the rest of the lineup.
It does at a 9.85 score, one of the better floor routines we've seen from Sid. Moves right into Maya Hambrick, and she nails down the all-around crown for the second time in 3 weeks with a beautiful 9.9 routine on the floor for the sophomore from Temple, Georgia. Want to give a quick peek into McKenna Kelly and her routine? You know, that's the one that you're really working to try to get back into that lineup.
That's a great routine, and that's gonna be a good one as we go down the road.
I tell you, toward the end of the season, the Tiger fans are for in a real treat on McKenna Kelly's floor routine. And I'll tell you, how about Randy Wyrick, the senior from Las Vegas, Nevada, really sets up the back end of the lineup, and she did it again on Friday night.
She did. You know, I'm seeing a little bit of break in her full in, her first tumbling pass, but her performance, her choreography, her desire to get out there and perform it's like at the top of the game. And she does. She sets up whoever's going to go behind her.
Ashley Natt, I just, the absolute height, the amplitude, the strength, power, just grab up a bucket full of adjectives and throw them at that young lady. 9.95 was just wow.
And it's the tumbling, but it's also the choreography and the entertainment, how she plays the crowd, how she performs that routine. It's fun to watch.
It is indeed. And I'll tell you, someone told me the other night, they said, you know, if she is so hot, I bet you could drive a small car underneath her when she does that double lay. It's absolutely an amazing thing to watch on that pass, Stevie.
She's just a pack of power.
Well, the Tigers make an exclamation point over on the floor exercise and take it to the Wildcats by 1.5 points in front of a record crowd in the Maravich Center on Friday night.
This week's exceptional performance brought to you by Woman's Hospital. It's not about being the best, it's about being the best version of yourself. Be the best you with help from Women's Center for Wellness.
Our exceptional performance of the week goes to Ashley Natt. Perfect 10 on vault, Dee Dee. It wowed the crowd.
You know, Mike, SEC Network bills Friday nights as Friday Night Heights for gymnastics. And this took vaulting to a new height.
A Yurchenko double full, and she nails the lane.
You'll have more time to enjoy your life when you're more effective at work. So no matter how you define success, Savin Systems give you the tools you need to succeed. Contact us to learn more about Savin's advanced document management systems and make your office more effective. Savin works here.
Call us at Gulf Coast Office Products and see how we can impact your business.
This segment of Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Dee Bro is brought to you each week by Woman's Hospital. It's not about being the best. It's about being the best version of yourself. Be the best you with help from Women's Center for Wellness.
Well, Dee Dee, the difficulty that your Tigers do week in and week out is not by accident. That's something that you and the other coaches work on week after week.
You know, we're not going to cower down and water down a routine. And if someone comes in here with a tremendous amount of difficulty and they want to maintain that high level of performance, LSU is the place to be because we are not going to cower down. If you want to open your routine with a double layout and finish with a double pike and do big time gymnastics, LSU is your place.
Well, our Garrett Walbert will take you behind the scenes with a few of our Tiger gymnasts, and they'll let you know just how they get it done.
This week's Inside feature brought to you by Sigma Engineering. Sigma engineers and constructors. Safety, relationships, quality, excellence. Engineering done right.
Hi, my name's Ashley Natt and I perform a Yurchenko double full on vault. A Yurchenko double full is basically a round-off entry, round-off back handspring, put your hands on the horse and then twisting in the air and just 2 full twists and then land. The form is really important, just being able to squeeze your legs throughout the air and then really nail down the stick. So when we moved into this new facility, it just makes it really easy to train, and we have such good landing surfaces here and they replicate the landing surfaces in the PMAC really well. So I think that makes it easier to train in here, and I think that it was definitely been easier to perfect and to really work on.
Well, it's taking a floor tumbling skill and then doing it on the vaulting surface. And the specialty of this thing is the dynamics and the power you have to really get off the top of the horse and to be able to do it the way you want to do it. She's built for it. I mean, she has the flexibility in her shoulders. She's quick as a cat, very strong. She's just made to do that vault.
Hi, my name is Jessica Sabona and I perform a half in, half out. It's most often called a full in, but there's different kind of variations to it. So a full in is where you do basically a full twist with a back tuck out or a back layout out, back pike. What I do is I do a kind of a half twist in a flip and then a half out in a flip. Half in, half out. I used to do a skill called the double Arabian, what Shea Zamardi does, and she competes it beautifully. And I just wanted to perform it just for fun. So my coach told me, okay, after you complete that skill, what Shea does, the double Arabian, you do a half twist out of it. So that's how I learned, and now I do the half in, half out. It's phenomenal working with ACK. You know, she's just very technical and she understands the way that I do my gymnastics. She understands how I perform, how I tumble, and it's just very nice to have someone who can put herself on that perspective.
My name is Sarah Finnegan and my toughest trick is the triple wolf turn on beam. To do this skill, you kind of squat down on one leg, and it's like a normal turn, only you're in a squat position with your leg out to the side or in front of you, and then you turn around 3 times. When I was training it, my coach would have me do it on the beam, then go on the floor and hold the position, and I would have to do that 25 times a day, so it's pretty much ingrained in me. The reaction is really cool. It's also really neat because I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in NCAA who does this turn, so yeah, that's really special.
My name is Shea Zamardi and my E-skill is a double Arabian. A double Arabian is an E-pass on the floor, and I do a round off back handspring and a half turn into a double front flip. I've been doing this skill for about 4 years now, but since being at LSU, it's really improved and it's become one of my strongest skills on the floor. It's a skill that you can't really overthink too much because it's so quick, because you jump up, you immediately do a half turn into a double front. It's a blind landing, so it's more on spatial awareness, and you just really have to, you can't overthink it, you just have to rely on your body to know where you are in the air. At LSU Gymnastics, we really like to push ourselves and not just do the easy skills. We like to do the hard stuff, but perfect the hard stuff. So by performing those hard skills, it just shows that we have depth and a crazy amount of difficulty, and that really helps us out in the competition.
When you find the home you want to buy, choose a mortgage lender that can help you buy it. David Alillo with Assurance Financial. David specializes in helping first-time home buyers, offering conventional, FHA, VA, RD, construction, and jumbo loans. David takes the hassle out of getting a home loan while making you feel right at home. Lending the way you like it. Call David today, 921-8152.
This segment of Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Bro is brought to you each week by Sigma Engineers and Constructors. Safety, relationships, quality, excellence. Engineering done right.
Well, Dee, LSU goes pink and blue for the purple and gold, and it was a huge success for the Fighting Tigers. Over 10,000 fans who root on LSU over Kentucky by a big 1.5 score, and now 3-0 on this young 2016 season and 1-0 in the Southeastern Conference.
A look ahead brought to you by Gulf Coast Office Products, Louisiana's #1 copier dealer, Gulf Coast Office Products.
Hard to believe that we're coming up on week 4 of this 2016 season, Dee, and you go back to a place that the Tigers have become to know well, and that is Fort Worth and the Metroplex Challenge.
Well, you
5 teams.
Mike, it's the home of the national championships again this year, and it's an opportunity for us to be in that arena, on that podium, and against some really stellar competition.
Well, yeah, Washington and Stanford from the West Coast,
Yeah.
Oklahoma that we've already seen in week 1, and then an SEC opponent in Missouri.
Yeah, and it's another opportunity to be against the very, very best teams in the country.
Well, and it's 7 o'clock is when the meet gets started there at the Fort Worth Convention Center. Now, I want to make sure that you know that you can catch a lot of the pre-meet activities on our social media feeds, in particular, Dee, Periscope, which is something new that we're doing this season. If you'd like to see the Tigers warming up, all you got to do is sign up there on Periscope and make sure that you're liking and following LSU Gymnastics, and it'll take you right to it, and you can watch those the Tigers warming up, and it's a really neat thing to see that no one else is doing.
Yeah.
And we're also encourage you to make sure that you like and follow our LSU Gymnastics page on Facebook, and then at LSUGYM on Twitter. And then finally, that Instagram, you know, those little 15-second videos that we can do, absolutely blowing up the what do they call it? The gymternet. Everyone that loves gymnastics that's on the internet, absolutely falling in love with what we're doing over there on Instagram, and you should follow it too, and you'll find that it's a lot of great behind-the-scenes information. So for LSU head coach Dee Bro, I'm Mike Smith saying thanks again for watching us this week inside LSU Gymnastics. We'll see you next week.
Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Bro has been brought to you by Gulf Coast Office Products, Louisiana's #1 copier dealer. Gulf Coast Office Products. Sigma Engineers. Sigma Engineers is thankful to our clients who trust us year after year, and to the commitment of our selfless employees who bring such great talents to our company. With experts in every discipline, our dedication to safety and quality sets us apart as one of the leaders in the petrochemical industry. Women's Hospital. It's not about being the best. It's about being the best version of yourself. Be the best you with help from Women's Center for Wellness. And Assurance Financial. When you find the home you want to buy, choose a mortgage lender that can help you buy it. David Alello with Assurance Financial. Lending, the way home buyers prefer it. Inside LSU Gymnastics with Dee Bro is an exclusive presentation of the LSU Sports Television Network.